Hey everybody, welcome. Yeah, this is a intro / trailer to give some build up for our release date of December 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we releasing?
A podcast.
Oh.
Is that what you thought?
Yeah, that's definitely why I'm here.
Okay, cool. Good. We're here. We're on the same page.
Good. Yeah, on the same page.
Yeah. It's called Chapter 1, Take 2. A book to movie review.
Yeah, it is?
Yeah. I'm pretty pumped. I think, our listeners are going to enjoy some good banter, some good content about book to movie adaptions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, why this topic? Why did you want to start this topic?
Like this podcast?
Yeah.
Honestly, I wanted a motivational reason to read more because as a society we kind of shun like, oh, I don't have time. Like, if you're reading, you have too much time on your hands. It's kind of what I felt. But now it's like, well, not only is that incorrect, but it's like, yeah, we were already reading these books and talking about the films anyway. Why not start a podcast about it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What about you? Is that why you got into it?
Well, I have always loved reading, and that has never been an issue for me.
Yep.
But I think I saw the Harry Potter movies, the first one, before I read the books.
Oh, you saw? Okay.
I saw the first one, yeah. I
you saw the really?
I saw the first and second movie before I started reading the books. My brother had not introduced them to me yet. And then I started reading the books, and I read them out of order, and then I went back. Yeah, I know.
Out of order?
I did.
So
I did horrible things.
Is it because you watched the first two and then you read the third book, or what was the haps with that?
Yeah, I think I started with the third book, and then went to the fourth, and then I think I went to the fifth, and then I was like, I'm a bit confused.
Naturally.
And so I went back, and I read the first and the second book, and I realized how much I'd missed out on. And at this point, I was maybe 9 or 10.
Sure.
And ever since then, I've realized how much and how often movies don't do the books justice, and how frustrating that is for me. And I had a similar experience to a much greater degree when the series of unfortunate events, the first film came out.
Yeah.
Starring Jim Carrey, and I was, incensed. I was so excited. I started reading those books as part of Battle of the Books, which was like this nerdy book competition. And I remember falling in love with the characters and how it was so different from any of the other books that I had ever read.
Yeah.
It was the first time I'd ever read a book where the author broke the fourth wall and talked directly to me. There's like this one section where he says nothing happens, and so there's just several blank pages. And I was like, can you do that?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
And then I watched the movie, and they missed out on so much of the character, so much of the story.
Yep.
And they really changed it, and I was hurt. I felt betrayed. So this seed was sown a long time ago for me.
I feel like betrayed's pretty accurate. It's interesting.
Betrayed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Both our brothers had quite an influence on our literature and film intake. Definitely, it seemed natural to do this podcast with you because we obviously discuss film, but that originated with me being asked a lot of critical questions, or my brother telling me why a film was shit. And so I was like, oh, okay, like I missed that because I can kind of just, obviously I was a bit younger, so I'd sit and enjoy something and he'd be like, no. That was until The Last Airbender film was released, and I am a huge fan of the TV show, and I have tattoos like, I'm a fan, and the movie doesn't exist in my mind because it's absolute trash. So that wasn't a book first, but obviously I'm just digressing. But anyway, did you want to talk about any highlights that people should look forward to of this first season of fantasy?
Oh, geez. Highlights. Well, every book, as you would expect, and every recording has been an adventure. Yes,
definitely. Considering it's one genre, I feel like we've been on different experiences.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Never-Ending Story was really fun for me because with a lot of these, I saw the movie far before I read the book.
Mm-hmm.
With so many of them, and some of them I read the book long before I watched the movie.
Yeah.
The Never-Ending Story was really fun because the adaptation deviates so far.
Absolutely, it's absolutely the whole book is made into 2 films, but the second film hasn't anything to do with the book.
Yeah, yeah, and I think it's been really interesting for me to see how a movie can have an effect on a generation, and its source material can be so different, and both can be really incredible.
Are you talking about its influence in Stranger Things?
Oh, no, but I mean,
excuse me,
that speaks to it, right? Like, we're making films that reference, or we're making TV shows and films that reference films that came out decades ago.
100%. Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
So, and I mean, they did it really well in the Stranger Things. So
they did. It was enjoyable to see them sing, especially. Wow, there's obviously been a bit of controversy about that singing.
Yeah,
but we'll move on. We're not covering that. A definite highlight for me would be reading Matilda. As a novel, it's an absolute treasure, and I enjoy how dark it is and all the insights we get into Matilda that she's thinking that, you know, we can't be exposed to in the film because it's not narrated like that. That was awesome. Film, actually, episode 2, The Princess Bride. First time I watched it with you a couple of years ago, did not know what I was getting into, and so my mindset took me out of enjoying it because it was a bit too, I was like, oh, this is mocking the trope of classic adventure fantasy. And then watching it the second time after reading the novel, I was able to really just absorb it, enjoy it, get into it, and I found that very fun. That episode was a bit difficult to record because obviously you'll find out why, because they're so good.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about if Hollywood betrayed us. They do a lot, and to
their own detriment, really. But anyway, you have to listen to the podcast. We'll
honestly,
get into it.
Yeah, I mean, we will get into it. There are going to be some passionate moments.
Yeah.
Some
absolutely. If we are, if anything, passionate people.
Yeah, nothing if not passionate.
Yeah, I couldn't get the phrase. I was like,
I knew what you wanted. I knew what you wanted.
Anyway, yeah, we're getting too into details. So yeah, December 1st, launching episode 1. Did you want to say?
Ellen Enchanted.
Loved.
Loved that episode.
Yeah, it was a good one to start with. I really enjoyed learning about your history with the book, and then talking about the film, which I'd seen first, as we've discussed, it often happens. But yeah, look forward to seeing you then. Do you see us then? What do you say to listeners? Look forward to you experiencing that.
December 1st is all we're going to say.
Yeah.
Look forward to December 1st.
Awesome. Cool.
Because we don't understand the jargon yet.
No, we're getting there though. We're launching. I think that's what we've got.
Yeah, we're launching.
All right.
Did we say our names?
Well, I'm Maddie.
I'm Brianna.
Yeah, and together we're Maddy and Brianna. See you soon.
Okay, that's enough now.
Bye.